Welcome back to another live stream Ask Me Anything session titled How May I Serve You Today? This is my 23rd session of this particular live stream format, and I am thoroughly enjoying it to the hilt. Anyway, I will quickly catch you up if you are new to this. What am I doing here? What is this all about? First, I want to let you know that most live stream Ask Me Anything sessions that many people do in my space typically are doing so that they can promote some sort of product or service so that they can get you into a sales funnel or market something to you. That is not what this is. I have nothing to promote to you. Actually, I have things I could promote, but that's not why I'm here, and so I'm not going to. I simply want to show up and be of service to people, to offer support and encouragement in the way that feels most aligned to me, and that is through conversation. I have been gifted an incredible gift to be able to help individuals experience radical shifts in perceptions of what's possible. I've taken that natural gifting, that intuitive nature and guidance, and coupled it with a lot of skill development and study about our brain, our psychology, how all of the internal motivators work. Not all of them. It's not like I'm a master of everything. But I know enough to know to be able to help a lot of people experience significant breakthroughs. So if you want to know why am I here, I'm here waiting for you. Let's see, I'm actually going to put a little timer on here. I'm going to be here for 90 minutes minimum. If at 3:30 p.m. today, because I'm starting an hour later than I normally do. I had a hair appointment today. Just got my hair cut. It's all fancy there. Had my first beard trim since growing a beard. Stephanie looks like, she goes, "That's trimmed?" I'm like, yeah, there's quite a bit that was trimmed out of there. Anyway, it's good stuff. Fun. But I'm not here with any slides. I'm not here with any presentation. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm simply waiting for the next divine appointment. And that divine appointment, by the way, it could be you. If you're feeling stuck in any kind of goal that you've been excited about in the past, but it kind of just seems to be put on the back burner. Maybe you're wrestling with some uncertainty about a major decision that you're facing. You might be experiencing some anxiety or self-doubt about what's next. Maybe you're craving some sense of direction, some clarity, some peace. These are all things that I believe I was put on this earth to help people with. And I have evidence to support that. So if you are out there and you'd like to have a conversation with me, no strings attached, there's no expectations of anything. You will not be in a follow-up system to buy my coaching or anything like that. I won't even follow up with you after our conversation to say, hey, would you like to talk more? I mean, some people do reach out to me, but this isn't why I do what I do. You might be closer than you think is what that image says. It's so weird because I'm looking at the camera and it's like right there, but there's like nothing over there. But yeah, if I could it's like, listen, just go to cliffravenscraft.com/join. How this works is I have a Zoom call up here on another screen. You go to cliffravenscraft.com/join, or it might even be there, cliffravenscraft.com/join. There we go. You go to there. There's a little page that says I'm live. Matter of fact, let me just go there and make sure that I'm live. CliffRavenscraft.com. Let me just go click on ask. Yep, it says I'm live. There's a little button that says join live Zoom session. And once you're in the Zoom call, turn on your video, unmute your mic, and we're chatting. That's how this works. This might be the one, let's see, every breakthrough starts with a conversation, and this conversation might be that conversation that shifts something in you. Not because I have all of the answers, but because we'll ask better questions together. Let's get curious. So why am I just sitting here? I'm here for you. And now, with that all out of the way, I will sit here in silence, reading my book, waiting for the first person to join me on Zoom. And I'm completely fine if we sit here for the next 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 32 seconds and nobody joins. It's no big deal. But if you are out there and you want to join, cliffravenscraft.com/join. All right, looks like we got Tim Cross here getting ready to join us. Tim, I see that you're in the Zoom call. I don't see any video coming through, and you are currently muted. If you want to attempt to unmute, there you go. Say hello, Tim.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, Tim, your audio is coming through, but I have to do something with my Rodecaster. Please stand by. Don't see any video coming through, and you are currently muted. Want to attempt to unmute. Okay, so Tim, you've got audio coming back from a live stream that might still be playing on your end. Through, but I have to do something with my Rodecaster. Please stand by. Are you able to close that window? Tim, are you there?
I'm getting double sessions here.
Okay. So yeah, Tim, you still have the window open with the live stream. Were you watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube? But I have to do something with my... Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. I think we solved it. Yes?
I closed down my YouTube window.
Yep, that's all it took. So, Tim, do you happen to have video at all?
No.
Okay. No worries. We'll do audio. Let me just put a little note on here. I'm just going to put...
I can see you.
Okay.
I can't even see myself, so...
Yeah, that's not a problem. So let me just put it here. Speaking with Tim Cross.
Oh, I know why.
Why's that?
Hi.
There we go. We're gonna get Tim in here. Check this out. Let me switch over here.
Very good.
Give me one. We go there, and boom. Tim, how can I be of service to you today?
I am going to be starting up a webcam, or a blog, a vlog, whatever they call them. And I need some equipment. I have some equipment, as you can see in the background. I have a camera, and I have a computer in my area. And I've noticed a few people using ear enhancements, whether it's phones or a plug or things like that. And I'm sure that's for a reason. But I'm used to doing it just like this. And I'm wondering what equipment I should buy.
Well,
and, if I should go to a better camera, or a resolution that is favorable to YouTube, things like that.
What is your intended outcome from doing your, you said vlog? Is that what you called it?
A video blog, yeah.
Yep. What is the intended outcome?
You mean the topic?
No, like what do you hope to achieve by creating the content?
I can give you an example of what I've done in the past. I'm an IT guy, and I have a great passion for helping people who are over 65 years old be aware of scams and spam and things like that. The most recent one was where CAPTCHA has a danger to it now.
Okay. So you have a target audience of some folks in their 60s and up, helping them avoid...
Doesn't matter their age.
Okay. So you have a desire to help, from your tech background, people avoid scams.
For a start.
All right. Yeah. And have you created any of this content already?
I have.
In video form?
No, it's not in video form.
Okay. In what form? So it's all been blog?
It's all been audio. Yeah.
Okay, it's all been audio. What is there that you have not been able to do with audio that you intend to be able to do with video?
Not a lot, but it just seems like people, especially on YouTube, require to see somebody or make a better connection, and the video seems to enhance that.
Okay. Yeah. So the audio stuff that you've been doing, has that been off of YouTube in some other platform?
It was a dedicated website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it available as a podcast as well?
When you say podcast, do you mean... No, it would not be available as podcast. It would be more audio files.
Yep. So a podcast is basically a series of digital media files. Audio is primarily the most prominent form of digital media that's distributed through podcast, although there are video podcasts as well.
Mm-hmm.
But with what you can do with a podcast, you just need a podcast media host. You could go with a company called Buzzsprout, for example, or Simplecast. There's hundreds of them out there. They will probably run you somewhere between $10, $15 a month. Maybe some might charge more for extra features, but your basic, least expensive plan on Buzzsprout and or Simplecast would certainly do the job. And you could take what you've already created as audio files that are embedded, I guess, into your blog, is what you currently have. And you could publish those in sequential order to your Buzzsprout or Simplecast service. And what this does is people can, what you do is you create a name for your podcast. You create and generate a piece of artwork that is appealing inside of the podcast directory so that people can kind of get a feel for what your show is. It's got a little bit of a brand to it. And then you just write a description of what your podcast is designed to be. And just imagine what you've already got and what you're already doing could be subscribed to by others as a podcast. So imagine what happens is I would open up my podcast app on my phone. And for example, I have a podcast called The Cliff Ravenscraft Show. And every time I put a new episode in there, it automatically gets delivered to myself and everyone else who is subscribed to my podcast feed. So all I do is I use a company called Kajabi, but let's just say if I had Buzzsprout, for example, I'm not paid by any of these services. I have no affiliate relationships with them. But
I'm writing down.
yeah, but if I went to Buzzsprout, for example, and I said, you know what, I want to create a new episode. I want to release it effective today, Thursday, August 14th. Here's the title of the episode. And show notes are called, it's basically the description of what this episode is about. And I upload the MP3 file. And then I hit publish. Now, everyone who is subscribed to my podcast in any number of podcast apps immediately or next time their feed refreshes will see that there's a new episode. And if I click show archived here, they're all of my archived episodes, all of my past episodes. Actually, I just closed it out here. But if I go here, the past 787 episodes going all the way to 2006 are available right here for anyone in the world using any podcast app. And what this benefit does is it allows people to receive the content you've already created, and they don't have to come to your website all of the time to see if there's something new. There are millions of people all over the world who listen to and subscribe to podcasts. A majority of them, almost all of them, are using some sort of app that they use to subscribe to those podcasts. And that way, if they actually do subscribe to your podcast and they're a regular subscriber to other podcasts, that means they're frequently opening this app to see what's new and available. And so the first thing that I would suggest that you consider is if there's not much that you think that is being held back from your being of service and value to your desired audience by creating audio-only content, but you're looking for maybe wider distribution, I would certainly suggest starting with what you already have, and that is an audio podcast. I will go and answer your other questions about video in just a moment, but any questions or any feedback or thoughts as it relates to this so far?
No, I'll just remember that you're recording this, and I'll go back and review it so I can absorb it, because it's a lot to absorb.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing is your audio could be syndicated out and people will be able to download it. That's amazing. So it sounds to me though that you also have a desire to be exposed to the world that is on YouTube. YouTube is and has been the number 2 search engine in the world. I'm sure you've heard that a number of times.
Well, let me ask you a quick question. Okay. Is uh, the money making in YouTube or in other avenues?
Oh, that's a completely different question than equipment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, money making is a whole different avenue, and money making, it depends on what you mean by success there. So, if you're looking to succeed in making money from your content, what does success look like for you? How much income on a monthly basis do you want to be bringing in?
Enough to not need the expenses to come out of my pocket.
Oh,
That's all. I'm not talking about income of thousands of dollars,
okay.
but I don't want to be spending money in order to support it.
Okay. So if that's the case, do you have an idea of how much that would be? Now, I know that you've not done a podcast yet, but adding a podcast of what you're already doing will only add an additional $15 a month. But
Right.
what are your other expenses that have been related to doing what you've already been doing with audio only?
Well, there's internet provider fee. There's utilities. There's it isn't a lot. It wouldn't be $500 a month.
Okay, so let's just say our goal is to succeed financially by earning $500 a month.
Hmm.
Again, let's just forget about YouTube for just a moment. We can come back to it. I'm not trying to steer you away from video, and I'm not trying to steer you away from equipment for your YouTube channel and all this other stuff. I'm just trying to see if you can get what you want with what you already have. So
Right.
that's kind of where I'm playing. Is that okay if we go in this direction for just a bit?
Absolutely.
So if you're looking at $500 a month, one thing that you could do is go out and find a company that your target audience could benefit from, where that company would love to advertise to
Right.
your audience and say, listen, I've got this podcast that demographics are people of this age, and the focus is this kind of topic related to technology. And then you could go to a tech company and say, listen, I'd like to give you exclusive sponsorship of my podcast. You will get a plug, you will get a mention at the beginning of the episode, and you will get a plug, a personal endorsement from me for your service at the end of every episode. And I'm only asking $500 a month. You have to commit to being a sponsor for the next 6 months, though, but it's exclusive sponsorship. You could go out and attempt to fill that one sponsorship role, and it's very possible that you could have that sponsor within the next 90 days.
Yes, because I'm thinking of VPNs. I'm thinking of well, I could go on and on,
Yep.
but our antivirus programs and so on. But
Absolutely. A
that's
s-
what I've thought.
Yep. So a second option that would be available to you is affiliate relationships with companies. So the difference between a sponsor and affiliate, a sponsor is a company who's going to pay you no matter what, how many people from your audience signs up with them.
Okay.
Whereas an affiliate relationship is where you promote their services and you give out a special link for people to sign up, or you give them a promo code that they put as a discount code in the checkout, and then you get a commission every time someone signs up. Those relationships are incredibly easy to attain, and there's entire website networks of affiliate relationships
Really,
out there. Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah, so there's a company that used to be called shareasale.com, and they just merged and got purchased by some other business name I'm not familiar with. But I'm sure if you just went to shareasale.com, you can sign up for a free account with them. You can tell them a little bit about you, and then you can see an entire list, and you can search for only tech related affiliate relationships, and some of them have recurring relationships. You'll get a recurring commission for the entire lifetime of the account, or they have, one off, for every person who signs up using your link or affiliate code, you will get a flat fee commission. And so that could potentially add up to $500, and you could sprinkle those in and pepper them. And just a little thought when it comes to affiliate relationships, you could create like full-blown series on, here's everything you need to know about such and such service. Here's all the things you can do with such and such service. And you become like the go-to authority on like all sorts of insights about this tool and this service. And if you not only put that in your podcast or your YouTube channel or your blog, you might start getting search traffic for people who are looking for advice on how to use all those different aspects. And of course, when they come to you and you've provided this value, you can put a little disclaimer. It says, just so you know, if you click on any of the links in this blog post, or if you're mentioning this in audio or video, you could say, hey, just a little disclaimer. If you use my link found in the description or in the show notes, I will earn a commission. You have to disclaim this. But yeah, that could easily get you to $500 a month of recurring revenue.
Even if it was 250, 300,
Yeah.
working my way up to 500 is perfectly fine with me in order to supplement my cost. Yeah.
A third option for you that you may not have considered is a service called patreon.com. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of that. That I've heard of. Yeah.
Yep. So patreon.com, you go over, set up an account over there, and you can let people know, say, listen, if you really appreciate the content that I'm bringing you here and it's commercial and ad free, and there's no marketing and promotion of all these other things that earn me money, but if you would like to contribute to the ongoing content that I'm creating for you, I value your support via my Patreon account over at patreon.com/whatever.
Yeah. I've seen people, I'm not making a plug for anybody, but I've seen musicians who have, I enjoyed, and even if it's $1 a month, they have many Patreon people.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. So those are a couple of thoughts of how you could monetize your content and also expand your reach beyond what you've been doing as an audio blog just by creating a podcast. And a podcast requires nothing more than what you already have, other than a subscription to a podcast media host like Buzzsprout or Simplecast. And again, there's nothing so special about those two services other than the fact that I know a lot of people who have accounts with either of them, and their user interface is ridiculously simple.
How many in that genre? You've mentioned two. Is there a lot of?
Hundreds.
Is there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just, if you do a Google search for podcast media host,
Okay.
you'll find hundreds.
That's a good start.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Do you still want to talk about YouTube and video and equipment?
Yeah, because I get the feeling from what I read on, for example, YouTube, that a resolution at a certain level is preferred.
Okay.
And I can keep reading, but I stumbled upon your live cast here today, so I thought I'd ask you.
Yeah, so let me share with you what I've got going on here. I am
Mhm.
streaming to you right now at 1080p.
Yes.
So it's just HD. It's nothing special. I'm not streaming 4K. I am using it's called an Insta360 Link camera. It's a webcam.
Okay.
That's all I'm using. It's an As a matter of fact, let me just do a quick Amazon, and I'm gonna do Insta 360. Actually, it is Insta 360 Link. Yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know why I for some reason I didn't want to think it was a 360, because I don't have one of those ones you hold in your hand that does the whole 360. But it's a little webcam, and the one I have, I don't even have version 2. I actually have the original webcam, and it was $179. And this is the quality that I have. Now, I will say that I have some lighting around. Lighting is important, but the lighting that I have is a company called Newer. Let me look this up. Newer light kit. Let me. It's
Okay.
Neewer. So it's Neewer
Okay.
light kit. And
Okay.
if I do a search in Amazon, uh, they have kits that start with 2 lights for $56. And they go all the way up to like, the newer ones brand will be, somewhere around. You can pick them up for as little as $60 all the way up to $250 or something like that. You could get really expensive lighting and all these other things, but I'm not using expensive lighting. I bought a 3-pack for $119, I believe, back in the day, and I actually have lots of those kits because I have a big, huge studio space. And then for audio, I use something called the Rodecaster Pro. I use a Rodecaster Pro 2, which is an audio interface. And if I were in your setup and scenario, I'd probably not use the big one that I have. I would probably use what's called the Rodecaster Pro Duo, DUO. And that would certainly be a wonderful way for you to get your audio into your software and your computer, and you can plug in a professional microphone. And Rode,
Is that professional enough?
I'm not able to see it.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
But if
It was equipment purchased 10 years ago, and it's done me well, but 10 years seems like I should upgrade.
not if you can get that audio into your computer software that's recording the audio and video.
I
Audio,
can't.
if what you have gets the audio into the recording software, that's all
Hmm.
that matters.
Well, then I'm doing well.
Yeah, you don't need anything new there. And as long as you have an HD camera, you don't need anything new above and beyond that.
This is not what I'm using currently, so I can bring this up. It just says 5K, and there isn't much more as far as description.
Ironically, what I will tell you is the camera that you've got going on. If you had lighting, you could use the camera that you have now.
Okay.
I you would definitely do better to have a more professional camera. I'm not suggesting that you go as cheap as a Insta360 webcam like I have, but obviously you can see that it's not holding me back at all.
No.
But yeah, that camera that you have, as long as it's got a 1080p signal and you can get the video and the audio into a good recording, it will suffice. It will do it.
Okay. It hasn't got much description on it. It's a Chinese camera. It says 5K. It was a reasonable price. I haven't used it yet, but you can see what it looks like, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
about to break it in.
yeah, just go and break it in and try it out, upload it. More than anything, your lighting is going to be your biggest deal. Spending the time to learn lighting, and that's something you could do on YouTube. I'd like a lighting tutorial. Just do a Google search for a YouTube search for lighting tutorial,
Okay.
and specifically you'll find 3-point lighting tutorials on how to light your space. So like for example, right now, your face is kind of washed out,
Shiny.
and there's a couple of reasons. One, you have very bright light behind you,
Right.
coming in from the window,
Right.
and you have lights above you that are fluorescent, it looks like.
It is. Yeah.
And what you don't have is lights coming like directly shining at you. And
Right.
I don't know if I have the ability to do this right here. Let me see. The last time I pulled up this software, it was being wonky on me. So bear with me for 1 second. Let's see if I can't show you. So that right there is one of my lights. There's another light. This one's right above me. So that light is shining on my face. That light is right to my left. Let me go and scroll down over here. That light is over there. This light is it's right to the right of my face. And so you can see I've got this light is shining on me. I got this light right in front of me, and I don't think I'm going to be able to go any more than that. Yeah. But yeah, you can see how much I've done with lighting. And again, see those very inexpensive light kits.
Yep.
And that's what I've got. I've got a bunch of lights that are shining on me.
Are they mostly 110?
They're all 110. You mean
Okay.
voltage?
Yeah, you're not putting pot lights in or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, they're all they're all thing. Now you saw them up on I've got a big huge thing that they're hanging
Dave
off of.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the lighting kits came with a light stand. I just didn't want all the stands all over the floor. So,
Well, that sounds like a lot to digest.
yeah.
Thank you.
And by the way, this Insta 360, one of the things that I enjoy about it is I could actually sit here and do what's called a desktop view. And so I could sit there and do, let's see here. So here is, matter of fact, let me, can I zoom in? How do I zoom in? There we go. And I can go
There you
like
go.
this. So I can draw a circle. Oh, hold on. Let me go. That's weird. I have no idea what I just did. Oh, there we go. This is what I want. So I could draw a square here, and I could be drawing diagrams and just everything. And I
Yeah,
could
notes.
yeah, I could be showing things. I could show you, the book that I'm reading here. Here's my Kindle. This is the leather case. Oh, there we go. This is
Yeah.
the leather case with the Kindle. When you open it up, it turns on. If I click
Yeah.
up here, here's the settings. I could sit there and do all this with one camera. And then if I want to, I could just click a button and it brings it right back to me.
I was aware of that because my wife has that.
Yep.
She thoroughly enjoys her Kindle.
Oh, I love my Kindle. I have many Kindles. Tim, was this helpful to you?
It was. I'm glad I stumbled across it. I'm sure I'd get there, but I think I might get there a little faster now.
Awesome. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of me before, or how did you stumble across me?
I have. I've subscribed to you for at least 10 years.
Really?
Yes, sir. In fact, there probably was a day, oh, maybe 12 years ago, that I did buy a bit of equipment from you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sweet. And
So
and you
I very much am aware of your journey and what you've been doing for quite a while.
That's awesome. Well, Tim, I am delighted that our paths have crossed today because I've been doing these live streams. It's a joy. You're not the first person in the last this is my 23rd session of doing this particular format. And every week I get a handful of people who say, I've been listening to you for 10, 15, 20 years. And this is the first time I've ever interacted with you. So,
Well, I wasn't going to tell you that.
well, I'm glad you did. Is there anything else I can do to be of support or encouragement to you?
That's great. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Tim, thank you so much for joining me. You're welcome to join me anytime I'm live. And I wish you many blessings with all your content.
You recorded this and I can review it, right?
Yeah, it's on. You came through YouTube, so as soon as this live stream is over, under my YouTube channel, you'll have to click on the button or the link that says live, and scroll down. You'll see a bunch that says upcoming, but the most recent one that's not upcoming will be this stream.
Super.
And if you
Super.
can't find it, all you have to do, email me, Cliff at
I can
cliffravenscraft.com.
find it.
I'll send you a link.
Thanks again.
Have a good one, Tim. Thanks.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So there you go. Let me let me bring myself back up on screen here. That is what this is all about. I'm here to be of support and encouragement. We can talk about anything. I mean, literally anything. So I am going to sit here. I've got another 49 minutes. Let's see here. Dr. Buddy Lee Clemens says, Tim, you are in great hands. Thank you so much for that. Doug Cooper is out there. Hey, Doug. Good to see you. Oh, my gosh. Doug's a good friend from the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club here in Northern Kentucky. Glad to see you joining the live stream. Prince says, do you have a gas mask? I do not. Not sure why that's a question, but hey, you can ask me anything. I will say this, though. If you are out there and you would like to engage with me, ask me anything, I'm here for, I will do technical things as I just demonstrated. I will do mindset things. We could talk about anything, no matter what. Matter of fact, here's a couple of things. The first one is maybe you got a goal that you were excited about one day and it's kind of just fell to the side and you're not sure you'd ever be able to make it happen. Let's talk about that. Maybe you've got a little bit of a decision to make and you're feeling a bit uncertain about which direction to go. Let's chat about it. Let's brainstorm. It's not that I have all the answers, but man, I can tell you right now, I have a gift of asking some powerful questions. If you're navigating some anxiety or self-doubt in life about what's next, let's chat. Craving some sense of direction, clarity, or peace in your life, we could talk about anything. And I do mean anything. And so this could be the conversation that you've been waiting for. One conversation could reconnect you to the part of you that still is able to dream big dreams. If you want to join me, all you have to do right there, cliffravenscraft.com/join. You'll be in the Zoom call with me in just literally under a minute if you join. So there we go. I'm not going to do anything to entertain anyone beyond that. I'm just going to sit here till the next person joins me in silence. All right, Dr. Buddy Lee is getting ready to join us here, and we're going to pull up the video in just a second. Let's do it there, and we'll pull. All right, you're on mute, so if you want to unmute yourself, we'll get you right in here. Buddy, how are you? How can I be of service to you?
So, well, it's been a long time since I've seen you or spoke to you. It's from back in the what was it, PodCamp or whatever in Nashville.
Oh, yeah. Those
Yeah.
PodCamp Nashville was quite some time ago. That's probably 15
Yeah,
years ago.
it's been a while. So what suggestion would you give someone who's starting out doing podcasting? Like just the basics.
Okay. Suggestion in what area? Like technical equipment,
Uh,
mindset?
you know what? Just take it like act like it's a deck of cards and just spread them out and just give bits and pieces of it. You know, the technical, the mindset, the equipment. Just kind of like, hey, here's some pieces of equipment to look at. Here's some softwares to look at. Um, you know, ways to formulate and create your topics.
So I'm not one that tends to do a lot of hypothetical, let's just throw it out there, because my answer to all of those topics would be dependent upon what I would learn about what that person is trying to achieve. So, are you looking to get back into podcasting? Is this something that's a concern of yours?
No, I really since I saw the last one, I know Tim was asking a lot of questions, and a lot of people ask me, and I'm just like, look, I am not the person to ask. You might want I suggest them to you or a few other people because I don't have the bandwidth for it right now. Just so I have a lot of other things going on that I can't just sit down. So that's the reason why I was asking, just a generic thing for someone getting started, so I could share this with somebody, and then they could see it, and then continues to come back and watch you.
All right. Well, if I'm not, like I said, I'm not into creating generic stuff anymore. So
Okay.
if you know somebody specifically that has asked you very specific questions, depending on how much you know about them, I can ask you the questions, and if you have their answers, I can give you and I can give you answers. So, for example, if you look back and see what I just did with Tim just a moment ago, you notice he came and presented his question as, Cliff, I want to know what camera and what gear and equipment to help me get my video productions up. And do you notice that we didn't even, I mean, we finally got around to talking about those things, but it almost was just an afterthought. And
Okay.
what he really wanted was to get his audio content that he's already creating out to a larger audience, which could be done
Mhm.
without a YouTube channel. And he was also looking to monetize with a goal of only $500 a month, or and doesn't even have to be that much. And we came up with a couple of ways to do that that doesn't require a YouTube channel and any additional equipment. And so this is the kind of nuance I'm looking to specifically help people with what they have going on. I've got you could send them to the first 300 episodes of the Cliff Ravenscraft show back when it was called Podcast Answer Man, and all of that is there. But
Okay.
if you have any questions, buddy, I'd love to serve you. And if you have specific questions, I'm willing to go as deep as you want.
Well, it was just like I was saying, it was just, for an individual to get them started. And I have other equipment that most people don't want to buy. I know it's like a lot of stuff that you may have there. Look, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. These are novelty items or things that we just like to have. So,
Here's what I
because
can tell you.
I did want to ask one thing. What mic are you using?
Oh, this is the Heil PR40 microphone.
Oh, so you're still using the high? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. But what I was about ready to tell you is I could literally launch a podcast today using this piece of equipment right here.
Hmm.
I could launch a YouTube channel using nothing more than this piece of equipment. I would need no other computer. I would need
Hmm.
no other microphone. I would need no other camera than this device right here. That's it. This is all I need.
Oh, okay.
And I could create amazing content. Now, will this be able to produce the same level of quality of audio as my high LPR 40? I bet you with certain software, the Ferrite software, for example, Ferrite is a app that is an audio editor that actually has incredible compression and studio noise cancellation. And also the microphone on the iPhone is pretty darn awesome. And if I sat in my car, which by the way, there are several episodes of podcasts that I have produced where I sat in my car holding the phone right like this without the car running, but just inside of the car, and just the raw audio, you could tell that I was sitting inside of my car. But with one little tweak of a button, a filter from the Ferrite software immediately magically took away all of the echo from the sound of being in the car, and it made it sound studio quality. Something that if you weren't listening for the difference between that audio and the high LPR 40, you wouldn't have even thought to think about it.
Okay.
So this is why, what would I recommend? It really depends on anything. If somebody who didn't want to invest a lot of money, but they were thinking about a podcast, just use your smartphone. Any modern iPhone or Android smartphone will be more than sufficient. And you could use the voice memo app if you wanted to. I mean, it just your standard stock voice audio app. And as long as you can figure out from there how to turn it into an MP3 file, you can upload it to a podcast hosting service and you've got a podcast.
Okay. All right. What was that app that you were saying again?
Ferrite. Let me see if I can find it in my phone here. Ferrite. Share app. And then let me pull it up here and see if I can find out anything. Actually, I don't know. Ferrite app. It says free with in-app purchase. So it is. There's
Ferrite Recording Studio.
That's the one. And the Ferrite 3 Pro is $30. It's a one-time cost of $30. Okay. It is absolutely amazing. And so if one wanted to do audio production on their iPhone or on their iPad, that's all they would need.
Okay. All right.
I personally wouldn't want that, but I have done it when I didn't have all of my other gear with me, by the way.
Okay. And does that work on both platforms, Android and iOS?
I don't think so. I think that's probably, let's see here. I'm pretty sure Ferrite is only iOS.
Okay. All right.
I can't say that for one. I don't see an Android. I don't see a website for Ferrite. Let's see. It's Woogie Juice Limited. No, I'm pretty sure that's an iOS only app.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are. I mean, if you're an Android person or the person you're working with is an Android person, there are solutions out there.
Okay. All right.
What are you up to in the world? Like what's making your soul sing today? What gets you excited to get out of bed every day?
I'm a consultant, so I solve a lot of problems for people. Basically, I just help people to use all the resources.
Nice.
So we're doing the same thing, just in different industries.
What's your industry?
So I deal with acquisitions, mergers, and employer productivity.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Sweet.
So, yeah. So that's about it. I've been meaning to come up and check out your studio, but you've graduated so much. You know, you've gotten like 8 different PhDs since then. I was like, well, I'm gonna have to get on his schedule now.
The funny thing is that when I moved into this house, I had about $20,000 worth of equipment in the studio, and all of that has completely been ripped out, and everything I'm doing right here right now could be less than $1,000 would duplicate everything that I've got going on right now.
Okay.
And that would include, by the way, okay, yeah, because I would get the Rodecaster Pro 2. I would get a Rodecaster Pro Duo. I'd probably get just a Rode mic, just the standard Rode mic that they sell to go with the Rodecaster Pro Duo, the Insta 360 link camera, and a Mac Mini with just a monitor, and then $149 light kit, and yeah, so $1,000 probably do it all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's impressive.
Well, the thing
It's
is
amazing.
yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's just I realized I didn't need all of that fancy stuff. Now, of course, when I built this house 11 years ago and built this studio, these tools weren't available at those prices, and so things have shifted and changed a lot, and it's amazing. I mean, anybody can get into this, and like I said before, I could actually do well. Okay, I couldn't do what I'm doing right now, Zoom call with Ecamm,
Mhm.
streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I couldn't do all of that from my phone, although I could do a version of it with StreamYard, be slightly
Yes.
different, but I was doing it before, and I could do that from my phone. So, like I said, it just depends on who I'm talking to, what's their budget, what are they trying to achieve, what's most important to them, and there's technology is never a barrier for anybody who wants to create content today.
Especially with AI.
Well, especially with AI, it would be the reason why I would recommend most people be more authentic, more unpolished, and less professional. The more authentic you could be, the more
Hmm.
mistakes, the more just a little bit off you could be. The more, and I guess the more human you can come across, you will. It's like water in the desert.
Right. Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I was just checking on to see how just what I could suggest, and then send them the link to this video, and then so they can start watching on their own to start getting all that together.
Yeah. And then, of
So
course, I'm here Monday through Friday for as long as this still lights my fire. And so Monday through Friday, at least 90 minutes a day, send them over here, and they can come and join me on Zoom and ask me anything.
okay, I definitely will.
Yeah.
As you see, I'm always on the go.
All right, man. Buddy, it's good to see you again. And you're
Good to see
welcome to
you.
stop by anytime, my friend.
Okay, I'll catch up with you.
All right. Many blessings.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so there you go. We still have 31 minutes and 30 seconds left in this live stream. Ask Me Anything session. I'm here not just for your technical questions. I'm happy to answer your technical questions. I'm here for anything that you want to talk about. There's no pressure for you to join me, by the way. It doesn't matter to me if I sit here for the next 30 minutes all by myself and no one else joins me. I'm just simply here just in case there might be some sort of divine appointment where somebody comes across this live stream and they see this and they're like, wow, I would love to take Cliff up on that opportunity. And you join me on Zoom and we have a conversation. But I'm going to sit here and be silent and on mute until the next person joins. Alrighty, only 3 minutes left until 2:30. I am going to throw out a last call. If anybody wants to join me for this session of Ask Me Anything, you can still join right now at cliffravenscraft.com/join. In 2 minutes and 40 seconds, the ability to join the Zoom call will go away. There is no rush. If anybody does join me, I will sit down and we will chat about whatever it is that's on your mind. There will be no rush. But if somebody does not join the Zoom call in the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds, this live stream will come to a conclusion. I will be back on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I will not be here tomorrow. My daughter is moving into a new apartment in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So we are going to drive down with her tomorrow and get her moved into her new apartment for her final year of college. And that's what I will be doing tomorrow and Saturday. So I will be back on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, with that, I am going to go ahead and load up my live page editing tool here. I am going to go ahead and remove today's date, and I'm just going to put a little message here in red. No session for Friday, August 15th. Okay, nobody has joined on Zoom. Going once, going twice. And I am going to go turn off the ability to join. So let me go ahead and do that now. Hide. And with that, the page has been updated. All right. Let me just go in here and delete that recording. Many blessings. Hope you all have an amazing weekend. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.